The Texas border battle. It's the governor of Texas fighting a historic surge of illegal immigrants, drug cartels, sex trafficking, all the horrible things coming across our border. And now, Abbott must fight even more fiercely against Democrats. Get this, lawmakers on the left want President Biden to take over the Texas National Guard. I'm Harris Faulkner. You are in the Faulkner Focus. Governor Abbott will not budge. He says our nation is being invaded. Texas put up razor wire, as you know, to keep the criminals who are breaking America's laws of entry out. The U.S. Supreme Court recently sided, though, with the Biden administration, saying it could actually take down that razor wire. Here's Governor Abbott.
Because the Biden administration has really, truly abdicated its responsibility to secure the border and enforce the laws, Texas very simply is securing the border. Texas has a right as a state to stop criminals from coming into our state. Joe Biden's option is to enforce the laws of the United States and stop this illegal entry. What Texas is doing is what Americans expect to be done.
And we have the latest numbers on the gotaways. Those are people who sneak into our nation without any of the cameras or detention or detection systems seeing or being able to capture them. Border Patrol told Fox News there have now been 96,000 gotaways just since October. And do the math on that, that's 800 criminals per day. They're criminals because they're breaking into the country. The White House in a back and forth with Fox.
It doesn't seem like there's a lot of fire in his belly, John, to stop people from entering. It seems that he's okay with the opposite.
I don't think he's lacking any sense of urgency about the need for border security at all.
You say there's no lack of urgency. He's been president for 3 years.
He has taken some executive actions, but there's a limit to what executive action can do, and we really need support from Congress.
Do we have a southern border?
Do we have a what?
Do we have a southern border?
Yes, ma'am. Of course we do.
Then how come people can flow across it every single day?
We're working very hard to try to fix that, Martha. That's why we need congressional action. That's why the president asked for additional funding.
Critics say President Biden and his Homeland Secretary could end the crisis without passing any new laws. House Republicans now have scheduled a vote to impeach Homeland Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas next week. Peter Doocy, live outside the White House. Peter.
Harris, roughly 800 border crossers got away yesterday. 800 more will get away today. 800 more will get away tomorrow. There is no known plan for them from an administration that already has a years-long backlog to adjudicate the border crossers they do catch.
Does President Biden want to locate these folks who have disappeared into this country to parts unknown?
So here's what I will say is that the president, one of the reasons that the president is having these negotiation procedures or process with the Senate, with both Republicans and Democrats, as I've said many times before, is because we want to deal with what's going on at the border.
It's going nowhere. House Speaker Mike Johnson says, I stand with Governor Abbott. The House will do everything in its power to back him up. The next step, holding Secretary Mayorkas accountable. Abbott appears to be daring the federal government to continue suing him. Remember, it's only been a couple days since the administration beat him in court, giving them the new ability to cut razor wire in emergencies.
It's hard for me to tell what's going on. What is clear is that Joe Biden has, from the time he took office, actually during the time that he was campaigning, he had no intent to secure the border. He talked about open border policies during the campaign, and now he's allowed open border policies with candidly most Americans not even knowing what that meant.
Immigration is just not a top priority for this president as he campaigns for re-election. His schedule proves it. This week, it's events on promoting union jobs, promoting access to abortions. Harris.
Peter Doocy, thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.